Uber drivers deal with all kinds of passengers, and sometimes they're unfairly blamed when things go wrong. Back in December 2019, an elderly woman driving for Uber in Lake Worth, Florida, was attacked by a passenger. For anyone unfamiliar, Uber Pool is a service where multiple riders share one trip and split the fare. That means there are extra stops to pick up or drop off other passengers, something not everyone likes. In this case, the male passenger got angry because the driver wouldn't take a detour to his house to grab a bag. She was following the app's route, which had her heading to pick up more riders.
You didn't do Pool, did you? Right onto 10th Avenue North.
Yeah, you can't really do that.
I think I paid for the extra one.
Let's see. No, it's just Pool.
Yeah, I just live right down here though, and then we can get back on that. Oh, I didn't know Brightline was coming. Alright, make a right and then make a left on that street. Because I can't go to the club with all this stuff.
Continue on 10th Avenue North for half a mile.
Yeah, make a left after you cross the train.
Okay, well I can't do that. When you do Pool, you can only...
No, but I have to drop my bag off, so I mean, can you please?
I can drop you off here.
No, make a left.
Okay.
No, a left.
Okay, I cannot do that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When you do Pool, I can only go where it tells me.
In 300 feet, turn right onto 11th Avenue North.
But I'm the one paying for the ride.
Well, then...
Are you going to give me my money back?
I don't have your money. You can just email them and tell them that you picked the wrong
for the money
destination.
that I paid, can you make a left so I can go to my house?
In a
Because
quarter
that's
mile,
going to be
turn right onto
a
the
lot
I-95
shorter than
North
me
ramp
going
to
to
West Palm
Okeechobee.
Beach.
So I mean, that would be fair. Because I have
Would
to
you
drop the
please
bag
get out
off.
of my car?
No, but I have to go. I just paid for a ride. What do you mean? Can I get a ride to my crib?
Oh! Leave me alone.
But the man didn't want her stopping for anyone else. When she refused, he lost his temper and assaulted her right there in the car. I checked, and weirdly enough, this story never made mainstream news. Honestly, it seems like that man faced no consequences at all. Tabasco, Mexico, 2025. On July 31st, 2025, what started as a regular day for a truck driver in Tabasco, Mexico, ended in tragedy. He was driving along Federal Highway 180D near Palo Mulato in the Huimanguillo area, a stretch of road locals know too well for robberies and ambushes. Criminals often target trucks there, hoping to steal whatever they're hauling. That night seemed quiet at first. The driver was cruising down the highway with no issues, until he reached an overpass near Palo Mulato. Then everything went wrong. Something struck the truck with such force that it knocked the driver unconscious instantly. The vehicle veered off course, swerved wildly, and crashed. By the time emergency teams arrived, he was already gone. Investigators later said the attack was planned, an attempted robbery that turned deadly. The attackers probably had no idea how much damage they'd cause. The driver's name was never released, and no one else was in the truck. A forensic report showed he died from commotio cordis, a rare, fatal heart rhythm disruption caused by sudden impact to the chest. That explains why the truck kept moving for a few seconds before stopping completely. The attackers had chosen that overpass perfectly. They could hit from a distance and vanish before anyone noticed. Locals blamed rising poverty and unemployment in rural Tabasco, saying desperation drives crimes like this. No arrests have been made. The truth is, the driver was just doing his job. He didn't deserve to die that way. People are now demanding the government add fences and patrols along dangerous highways. But until that happens, tragedies like this will keep repeating. On July 26, 2017, a high-speed chase ended in disaster when a man named Marco Torres crashed into a semi-truck driven by William Gray. Torres died instantly, while Gray was left badly burned and airlifted to the University of Utah Hospital. As Gray lay unconscious, investigators from the Salt Lake City Police Department wanted to take a blood sample to check if he'd been under the influence. But hospital policy and the law were clear. They needed a warrant, consent, or an arrest. Gray was unconscious, not under arrest, and there was no warrant. Nurse Alex Wubbles, who was in charge that night, refused to let them draw blood. The officer, Detective Jeff Payne, insisted he had implied consent.
So I printed this off. This is what I was told to print off. Brad, I'm just putting on speaker so you can. So I have this. It says obtaining blood samples for police enforcement from patients suspected to be under the influence. Okay, this was something that you guys agreed to with this hospital. The three things that allow us to do that are if you have an electronic warrant, patient consent, or patient under arrest, and neither of those things. The patient can't consent. He's told me repeatedly that he doesn't have a warrant, and the patient is not under arrest. So I'm just trying to do what I'm supposed to do. That's all. So.
Okay, so I take it without those in place, I'm not going to get blood. Is that? Am I fair to surmise that?
Alex, you're not representing. You're not representing the University of Hospital. You're just holding.
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea why he's blaming me. I'm just representing.
Why are you blaming the messengers?
No, we're done. No, we're done, sir.
Hey.
We're done, sir. I had it.
Hey! Seriously. Hey! Hey! Hey!
You're assaulting me! Stop! Stop! I've done nothing wrong!
I have met administration.
I'll hold your phone.
I've done nothing wrong! Take my phone! Stop! I've done nothing wrong!
I have met administration.
I'll hold your phone.
I've done nothing wrong! Take my phone! What is happening?
Hey.
This is crazy! This is crazy!
Hey.
Why is he so angry? Tell Brad to have anybody. That's my manager.
That's your option.
However, the conversation we had with the university police and the university security, we did not come away feeling the same sense of positive motion forward. And I had already been sitting on this evidence, if you will, these videos for quite some time, and needed that time to sort of heal my wounds, if you will. And I felt a duty to everyone that's ever had this happen to them that hasn't had the evidence that I have to show it, and it seemed like that was a good time to do so.
Wubbles settled with the city for $500,000 and used it to raise awareness about patients' rights and police accountability. The incident became a powerful example of how some officers are trained to enforce authority, not to handle delicate medical situations with respect and understanding. Part 4. The Hotel Reflection, Appalachian Mountains. After working several years at a quiet mountain hotel, a guy named Dustin had gotten used to eerie nights alone on shift. The lobby would be empty, the halls silent, but sometimes the atmosphere just felt off. One night, while on edge, he noticed something strange in the reflection of a TV screen near the front desk.
Okay, so I'm just sitting here watching Scooby-Doo. You know, it has been storming on and off all night. You can see there is nothing standing over here, right? But look. What the f*** is that? Like, this is me. the satellite went out because of the storms, so it wasn't working on the TV anyways. And like, but there's nothing there. And like, I turned.
Curious and uneasy, he started recording to prove no one else was around. As he slowly turned, the TV's reflection showed something terrifying. A woman in a white dress standing perfectly still. Dustin whipped his head around, and the room was empty. When he looked back at the TV, she was there again, but now closer. He turned one last time to check behind him, still nothing. But when his eyes went back to the screen, the figure was standing right behind him. Panicking, he bolted to the back of the hotel, desperate to get away. So what was it? A trick of the light? A ghost? Or maybe something his mind created? I'll let you decide. On April 2nd, 2015, a man was driving along the highway when he suddenly passed out behind the wheel. His body slumped forward, his foot hit the gas, and the car sped out of control. The vehicle veered off the road, flipped multiple times, and came to a stop in a field.
Yeah, I tried to open the door, and the door wouldn't open because it was all smashed in. So yeah, after that, yeah, the car was floorboarded. I went off the road, and I can't believe this part here. Yeah, that was really close to that pole. If I'd hit that at 70 miles an hour, I'm pretty sure I would have died. Because at that point, I wasn't even next to the airbag, or it wasn't even in front of the airbag, I was next to it. So if I'd hit that, my head would have gone right into the dashboard. I'd probably be dead.
Amazingly, the driver survived with only minor injuries. According to the video description later shared online, he hadn't been tired or drowsy. He just blacked out unexpectedly. If he'd been going faster or lost consciousness a few seconds earlier, things could have ended very differently. In the early hours of October 12, 2025, around 2 a.m., something disturbing unfolded in a quiet neighborhood in North Wichita, Kansas. Home security footage showed a 35-year-old woman wearing a black top and shorts walking up to her front door. Out of nowhere, a man appeared behind her, grabbed her, and dragged her away as she screamed for help. The attacker was later identified as her 22-year-old boyfriend, Daniel Espedia Guevara. He forced her into a waiting car and took off. The homeowner who caught it all on camera immediately called police. Within hours, authorities released the footage, labeling it a possible abduction. Fortunately, 2 days later, on October 14th, the woman contacted police herself. She confirmed she was safe and explained it had been a violent domestic dispute. That evening, Guevara was arrested without incident and charged with multiple counts of domestic battery. Reports say Wichita averages over 1,500 domestic violence cases every year, a grim reminder of how common this issue is. The woman's name hasn't been released, but she's safe and getting support. What's truly chilling is that the threat didn't come from a stranger. It came from someone she trusted. Kazan, Russia, 2024. Jana Kusainova, a 48-year-old woman from Kazan, Russia, lived a normal, peaceful life. She was married, had a teenage daughter, and worked at a supermarket. One November morning in 2024, while walking to work along her usual route near an industrial area, something horrific happened. Jana was surrounded by a pack of stray dogs. She tried to call emergency services, screaming for help, but the operator misheard her through the noise, thinking she said something about a sauna fire. Moments later, the call cut off. By the time police arrived, it was too late. They found her body later that evening, severely mauled. Her injuries were gruesome. Even her leg and scalp were torn away. The dogs responsible were captured and euthanized, but that brought little comfort. Local officials urged calm, but as of October 2025, no major updates have been released. People in Kazan still talk about that morning, how a simple walk to work turned into a nightmare. Some say if the operator had understood her plea in time, she might still be alive. TikTok user @ChannelBell often posts fun, everyday videos, but one clip stood out. She was vacuuming her living room when her security camera caught something strange. The corner of her carpet suddenly flipped up all by itself. She froze, confused. She wasn't even near that corner, and the vacuum cord wasn't under the rug. The movement made no sense. She replayed the footage over and over, and honestly, it looked like the carpet moved on its own. So, haunted carpet? On September 16th, 2022, a routine traffic stop in Platteville, Colorado, turned into one of the most shocking police mishaps in years. Rios Gonzalez, a 20-year-old TSA worker, had been reported for flashing a gun during a road rage incident. Police pulled her over near active train tracks, and unbelievably, an officer parked his patrol SUV right on the rails behind her car.
I'm pretty far behind the other unit.
I'm right behind you, Vasquez. I'm going to your passenger side. Hey.
Lift your hands up. Lift your hands up. Okay? Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Put your hands up higher. I want you to set your phone down at the edge of your truck. You don't need it. You can leave it on. Come on back. Keep coming back. Keep your hands up. Keep coming back. Keep coming back to the sound of my voice. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Stop right there. Get down on one knee and then the other.
I got cuffs.
Go ahead.
Good? Keep your hands above your head.
Don't move.
What's going on? Why am I here? Where are you taking me?
We're taking you to the car. Come on.
Why? What?
Do you have anything on you that's going to poke me, stick me, hurt me?
No, ma'am, but can I please get my cell phone?
We'll get your cell phone in a second. Is there any weapons in the car?
Ready?
No, ma'am, there's nothing on.
There's no weapons in the car? Okay.
Everybody out
going on? Ma'am, what's going on? I'll tell you in a second. Take a seat.
I'm so confused. Can I get
Take a seat.
myself?
I will get your cell phone for you. Take a seat.
I got your right shoulder. I see a car seat. Clear. Okay, let's get the bed. Yeah, you drop it, I'll hold it. Come across. Clear.
It took her a long time to pull over.
I got a holster right here in the passenger seat.
Okay. It took her a very long time to pull over. It took her a very long time to pull over. I'm going.
Did you see her toss anything?
She could have, because it took her a long time to pull over. I'm gonna put my rifle away and I'll come back.
All right.
She could have, because when I was behind her, she was driving slow enough.
Yeah.
So she could have tossed something, but I literally
Tossed it out the window?
She could have out that window, but that heart.
No, that's Tom check. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Move your car! Stay back!
Patrol car was just hit by a train. Dispatch up to 346. Did us medical emergent. The suspect was in the vehicle that was hit by the train.
Watch the fence.
It was incredibly dark. I was miles outside of my jurisdiction. I was fairly certain that that particular stop was going to end in a gunfight. I trusted that Sergeant Vasquez's vehicle was in a secure location at that time.
As they were questioning her, a Union Pacific freight train barreled toward them. The officers didn't realize the danger until it was too late. They moved away just in time, but Rios was still handcuffed inside the cruiser. The train slammed into it at full speed. She somehow survived, but suffered severe injuries that still affect her today. It was supposed to be a simple stop, and it turned into a nightmare caused by one careless decision. A moment of thoughtlessness that changed a young woman's life forever.